All right, YouTubers, what's up? We're looking at a EDC25 from Nitecore. Now, if this looks familiar, it's the new version of the 27, or they're just calling it a different model number. So they're giving you both options to buy. It's not replacing the 27, but the EDC27 has been out for a while. I've been carrying using this one for quite some time. Pretty much resides in my EDC bag. So what we're going to talk about mostly today is just the differences between these two, because they're so similar, right? There's not too many differences, but there is some noticeable ones that I think honestly may sway you to buy the 25 if you're in the market over the 27. So let me talk about those. So first of all, the 27, what comes in the box, put these two aside for now. You get your charger, your manual, which actually is over here. Get your manual, super long, your USB-C charger, and a lanyard. So pretty basic stuff. Put the box aside. So let's talk about the specs. Now the specs are nearly identical on these two. They're both 3000 lumen on turbo. They both have multiple modes of low, medium, high, up to 1000 lumens on high, lowest being 15 lumens. And then you have, let's double check. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember. 200 lumens on mid, 65 lumens on low, 15 ultra low. So there is no moonlight mode. I was hoping they would add that to this, but there is some slight differences. They're definitely not the same light. So let's start with the first and noticeable one. There's no LED screen on this one. You can see this one has a nice LED readout, so it tells you, okay, I'm on high. What if my run times? I'm on 15 lumens. That's going to last for 37 hours, which is forever. 65 lumens, that's going to last me 12 hours, 43 minutes. 200 lumens, so on and so forth. So that is kind of nice, but it's not really, it's just nice. It's not necessary, right? This, what they did is they replaced the LED or LCD screen, with just some battery indicators. Very similar to the MH12 Pro. This one has the same thing. When I turn it on, you can see what level I'm on and how much battery I have. I'm on high, and I've got about 2 bars, which I really appreciate that feature on these lights. So I really like that on the MH25 Pro, MH12 Pro, whatever this is called. So they have that feature now on this, which totally works. Now, I have this in lockout mode, you'll notice, so it can't turn on. It does have what's called half lockout mode, which like the EDC2033 has, which you can just actually go to turbo and only have turbo. So you're not going to accidentally turn the light on. To activate it, you just do a half press. You'll see those lights light up, and now we're back to normal. Showing my battery is at 3, and I'm on the lowest mode of 15. So it really works well. And as I cycle through the modes, you can see it's going to tell me, okay, now I'm on second mode, third mode, high. Turbo is only accessible through this button here. And that's for obviously short bursts. You're not going to leave it on turbo for a long time. To turn it off, you just press it again. So it's always going to come on low, 15 lumens, which is great. I can half press on that too, so there's momentary on this for both the low mode and the turbo mode. All that's the same. So the big difference obviously is no screen, but because of that, it makes it lighter. So this is 3.67 ounces, this is 4.3, so it is a little bit lighter to carry. Also from that aspect, I mean, they use the same pocket clip, so it's going to carry identical. The buttons on the top are identical. The knurling on the sides are identical, so all those things are the same. So it's going to be lighter, and it's going to have no LCD screen, but it also has different LEDs. So this is utilizing the new UHI 20 LEDs from Nitecore. And you'll notice you have more of an orange peel reflector there, versus the EDC27 uses the SST40 from Luminous. Not to be confused with the SFT40, which is better, but it's got 2 SST40s, and it's got more of a smooth reflector. Now the difference is, this is going to put out the 25. They put out the same lumens, 3000 lumens on turbo. All the other modes are the same, but the UHI actually has better candela, almost double. It's at 22,250, I believe, candela, versus 12,200, not quite double, on the 27. I'm always going to choose higher candela. You're going to get a little more throw out of the light that way, and a little more intensity too in the beam. So I love that. I love that they upped the candela and they put the new LEDs in there. So that's another big difference. I think it's actually probably the most notable one. The other one is on the 27, when you activate this button, you have like a half press for turbo, and then if you full press, it's strobe. This, they changed it where it's programmable. So I've got it set to just a press is turbo. Don't give a crap about strobe. Don't want strobe. Don't have to have strobe. If you want strobe, you can have this button be strobe, but it can't be both. So that's another difference there. I think this is better. Like, I would personally just rather have the turbo. I don't care about strobe. Never would use it. So that's another key differentiator. The fit and finish is a little different as far as like the feel. The 27 feels honestly a little bit more premium. It's kind of like a grippy smooth finish versus just a smooth finish. This has got a little bit more grip, but when you have the lights in hand, it's not noticeable. It's just more the aesthetics of when you feel it. That's the only other difference. Like I said, the knurling's exactly the same. Buttons are the same. Everything else there is the same. So that is another difference. And the last difference is the cost. The 25 comes in at $75. The 27 comes in at $90. I can't see any reason you would pay the extra money just to have an LED screen, because you get better performance out of this light. It's lighter, and it's going to have, and I like the fact that you can program it to only have turbo. Like, there's so many things that I like better about it. So in my opinion, it is an actual upgrade. They don't tout it as that. They're going to still sell the 27, but I would bet the 25 outsells the 27 eventually. So one thing I do wish they would have done is made this smaller. It's exactly the same freaking size. I'd heard they were going to make a new light and it's going to be smaller, and I thought 25, that means it's going to be shorter, right? What we wanted. Nope. It's still super long. I like the OLED arc field for the fact that it's small. But these lights are way better than the arc field by like every imaginable way, except unless you want a laser pointer. Big deal. Another thing is they're all internal batteries, just like all flat lights, minus the Robivon that I just did a video on in the Angel Eye series. I really would like to see Nitecore do something like that. I don't know if they can, if that's patented or not, whatever the deal is with that. That is one thing that Robivon has done really well. So we're still waiting for the perfect flat light to come out, guys, because I like all the features, the functionality, and everything of the EDC25. I just wish it was a bit smaller. It's still pretty long to carry in the pocket. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video, comparing the two differences to the 27 and the 25. Thanks for watching, and I'll leave a link in the description below where you can buy, and we'll see you next time.